My name is maitrayee Mukhopadhyay, and I'm part of KIT Gender. I was one of the people who formed KIT Gender here in KIT. The reason why we are holding this is that I think that beyond gender as something we do as a profession in development, KIT has a role to also contribute to movement building across the world on issues that will make development more just. And so this particular forum is designed to do exactly that, to share and build knowledge on gender and what's happening to it in a neoliberal era. And this has been a constant theme with us, how to preserve, besides all the work we do for donors in aid land, there has to be some kind of autonomy for producing knowledge on gender relations, social change, etc., which are never captured in the relationships and the work that you do in development. Because most of the time we are actually trying to do stuff that we are contracted to do. So we are taking those frameworks and trying to work with them. And as I said in my speech, that one of the issues is the constrained way in which these frameworks position what you can do and what you can not do. I think social change is more dynamic and much more we want to get to the bottom of what is happening to gender relations, and that is never always captured by what we do in development, or the way we report on development. I think knowledge production has to be subversive. That is, it should not take the policy imperatives as the guideline for what kind of knowledge we can or cannot produce. So it has to be subversive, in a sense cutting across the certainties of development policy, that you do this and you get women's empowerment or you get transformation. That's one. The other thing is, I think we have to work within the frameworks they give us to try and reverse them and to work with that. Third, I think that we need much more solidarity, and that's very difficult in an atmosphere of competing for resources. So I think that's very, very important. So you have a policy, and then we're all working to get funds from that policy, and so we compete with each other, and we forget that we're in the business of social change, eventually requiring solidarity. Well, because gender is something that gets funded, and somehow all kinds of organizations, whether it be research organizations, development organizations, NGOs, all kinds of organizations looking for money have to swear by gender. Not that they, and in a sense, the practice of it does not really unpack what it is that we have to do in order to change gender relations. So that's why I called it Gender is Equal to Gender, because you never get any clarity as to what you're trying to transform or change from what they're doing.